Alright, so this is the training video for 4D planes, instruction video for 4D planes. We're going to start in Photoshop. We're going to create a new file up here in the top left. And we're going to go to Film and Video. And we're going to click this first one, HDTV 1080p. Okay, that's the one we want to have selected. Up here we're going to call it 4D planes, and want to have our background as transparent, and then we click create. Alright, here's our workspace. We're going to go to the rectangle tool. We're going to come up here and we're going to set the fill to none and pick a stroke color you want to use and set the size to 15 pixels, and then come out here onto your workspace and click, hold, and drag one rectangle. Then click, hold, and drag a second rectangle, and click, hold, and drag a third rectangle. So over here in the layers panel, you can see I've got 3 layers, 3 rectangles. Okay. Now if you want to change the color of these rectangles, like I don't want all blue, let's say, you can just select on the layer that you want to change. So let's say I want to change layer 3 or rectangle 3, and just come in and change the color. Maybe I want to change rectangle 2, just come in and change it. Okay, so now I have my 3 rectangles. I'm done in Photoshop, except I have to save it, so I'm going to go File. Oops, let's get out of that. I'm going to click out, cancel. Okay, File, Save As, and I'm going to call this 4D planes. It's already 4D planes. Make sure it's in your Creative Cloud, Files, and come down here and make sure it's Photoshop. Make sure you know where it's at, because you have to go get it for After Effects. Okay, so I'm going to click Save. I've already made one of these. Let me just change the name real quick here. Save it. And now I'm done with Photoshop. Quit Photoshop. Alright, and now we're going to open up After Effects, Adobe After Effects. Okay, and we want to click New Project. New Project. Okay, then we want a new composition, and we want to call this composition 4D planes. Same name. I want D to be capital. 4D planes. We want to change the preset to this HDTV 1080 2997. Okay, right there. And we want to set the duration to 10 seconds. So if yours says 30 seconds or 5 seconds, change whatever you've got there to 10 in that spot right there. And remember, you can pause, rewind, fast forward this training video completely at your own pace. Click OK. Alright. And I need to now import my Photoshop document. So I'm going to go File, Import File. And I'm going to go to my Creative Cloud and find my 4D planes.pst. Click Open. Now right here it's really important for the import kind, change it to composition retain layer sizes and also where it says for the radio buttons here, click Merge Layer Styles into Footage. Okay, so it's the third choice here, and it's the second radio button, and then click OK. All right, now you want to click on the layer here, the item here that says Folder. Click, hold, and drag it down into your layers panel of your timeline. They're all selected right now. Okay, so I'm going to click out. Now they're not selected. So I'm going to change in this column here with the cube. I'm going to click each layer so I turn that into a 3D layer. And then over here on the right, I'm over here now. I'm going to change it to 2 views. On this side, I'm going to change the view on this left side. So I'm clicking on the left, so I've got these blue edit corners. It shows me that this is the view I'm going to make changes to. I want to set the size to 25%, and I want to come over here to active camera and change it to top. Okay. On this right view here, I want to change default to active camera. Okay. Now I'm going to add a camera to this project, so I got to go to Layer, New, Camera. I want you to change the 50mm camera to a 35mm camera, and click OK. All right. So I'm going to, with the camera layer, hit P for position, and I'm going to click on the stopwatch. And if I hold the Command key down, I can come to the tip where it says XY, and that will allow me to move around the camera. If I hold that Command key down, that makes it easy to move this. So I'm going to start with my camera here. My scrubber's at 0. You can see I've got a spot, a keyframe, the blue diamond, there's a keyframe of this position right here. And then I'm going to go in increments of 1 second. So I'm going to move it out to 1 second here. So it's 10F, 20F, 1, 10F, 20F, 2, 0, 2, right? So it's every third tick is a second, all the way to 10 seconds over here. Hold the Command key down, and let's move the camera. You decide where the camera goes at this point, and we're just going to work our way across. I'm just doing it the way you see I'm doing it here. I'm really exaggerating the motion, almost to the point of making you seasick when you're going to play it, because it's going to move so fast. But it's just to get you practice playing around with that camera, or this camera. Go over here. And again, you decide where that camera goes. Go over here. So it's 6. Just keep cruising through. Making full use of all my space. And almost there. And then finally put it back here. And I'm holding the Command key down while I'm clicking and dragging. And then finally, maybe we'll just push it in a little bit, like so. All right, and then we're gonna hit the space bar to play it. Okay. Once we're done, we're going to go ahead and export it. So we're going to go File, Export, Add to Render Queue. Here's our render queue down here. It changed from 4Dplanes over to render queue. Okay, so it's right here. It's in the same spot. I'm going to click on this Output to Not Yet Specified. I'm going to make sure it's called 4Dplanes. It'll be an MOV file. It's going to go in your Creative Cloud Files. Okay, and I'm going to click Save. Place. And now I'm going to come over here and click the Render button. Okay. And now it's going to render this into an MOV file, into a movie video file that you can put on YouTube, or you can put it on Wix. You can submit it to Schoology. Good to go. All right, so now it's done. You're able to leave After Effects now. I'm going to go File, go to After Effects. I might ask you to save it. So click Save. And we want to call this 4Dplanes. Creative Cloud, click Save. And now you can exit out of After Effects. Good. All right, and so then if I go to Finder, and I go to my Creative Cloud files, you can see right there I've got 4dplanes.mov. So that's what I'd upload to Schoology, and that's what I would upload to Wix, on the video page of Wix. All right, good luck.